But you didn't touch the ceiling or the walls?
Paint. That's all.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey guys, Koukun here. I'm here with Amrital, one of our clients who purchased this duplex conversion that's right behind us. And he's gone ahead, fully renovated it, and even rented out both units. So I'm really excited to show you the project. Before we go into that, if you're checking us out for the first time, definitely check out our free beginner's guide to creating a legal basement apartment. It will be in the link below, so definitely check that out if you haven't already. All right, before we go inside, tell us, you bought this property, how long ago was it now?
We closed on it in May of this year.
May of this year. Okay, so we're looking at now, what is it, 6 months or so?
Yeah, 6 months.
Okay, perfect. Which is typically the timeline we say it's gonna take. Even though the construction should really only take 2 or 3 months, there's always a bit of time before, after getting it rented, right?
For sure, for sure.
Yeah. And this particular property, what were the rents you were able to get for both units?
Upstairs is $19.50 and the lower unit is $15.50. Both of them are plus hydro.
Awesome. And what's the unit style? Because this is a bit of a different property than our usual.
Yeah, upstairs is, well, it's a split level bungalow. So you walk in and one unit will go upstairs and one unit goes downstairs. Upstairs is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, and downstairs is 2-bedroom, 1-bath.
Awesome. Yeah, so this is the first time a client of ours has done a 2-bed, 2-bath in the upper level. I'm really happy how it turned out. It really turned out, you know, stunning, very spacious 2-bedroom apartment. So yeah, let's go check it out.
Sounds good.
All right, we're now in the upper level kitchen and this looks phenomenal, but you didn't replace everything from scratch. So why don't you talk us through what exactly you did to make it look like this?
Sure, yeah, when we were first in here, I think there was a lot of purple and green in this house actually. I'm not sure if you remember, there was wallpaper everywhere. So we got rid of the wallpaper. We updated the backsplash, new quartz countertop, but we kept all the cabinets because they were in pretty good shape. Just updated the door handles on them, painted them a nice new white. New appliances in here as well. New kitchen sink that's a little bit bigger with the black finishes. I think people like that look at the moment.
Yeah, no, it, like, to the untrained eye just coming into this kitchen, it looks brand new. Like, there's nothing that stands out as a refurbished kitchen per se, but from a cost standpoint, obviously this is a lot cheaper than ripping everything out and starting from scratch. So this is a great way to keep your costs down while still bringing that really high quality look. And kitchens and bathrooms are the place you want to invest a bit of money to bring up the quality. So really like how it's done. And the stainless steel appliances always, right? You gotta do that whenever bringing a unit to a higher quality, right?
Yeah, they tie in nicely as well. And I think the lighting that we added in here really makes it pop as well. Having a space that's kind of open like this with the lighting makes it just add more to the area as well.
Awesome. Let's go check out the washrooms because this unit has 2 washrooms, right?
Yes. So when we first saw the place, one of the bedrooms had a massive like closet, an ensuite walk-in closet. So we were able to convert that closet into another bathroom in here, and the bathrooms are back to back as well, which helped with the plumbing because we didn't have to take things too far. So we just made a nice closet in that room, and we were able to make it a little easier. Do you want to start over here?
Yeah, why don't we go check out the ensuite. So was this closet here when you purchased the property?
No, so this was a pretty big bedroom and this was one big closet actually.
Okay, wow.
So you could walk into here and it's a big open space. And so because we were getting rid of the closet here, we decided to give them a little bit more storage space here. And then there's a shower.
Yeah, like a 3-piece washroom. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, no, that's a great use of space. I think that's something that I've always taken away from it, even when we're looking at basements. If you have a bit of space, but if you don't quite have the right layout for extra bedrooms, an extra washroom fits into a much smaller space, but still really brings the quality up.
Yeah, and even in this neighborhood of Welland, it's a really good neighborhood. So we thought, what could we do that makes this feel a little bit more premium as well? We definitely didn't have space for another bedroom up here. We didn't want to stuff one in, so we thought the ensuite bathroom kind of jazzes it up a little bit as well.
Absolutely. And this, like, already having a sliding door to this deck from the main floor unit, and there was also another sliding door in the kitchen, right? So having this access to the backyard basically from, so does the main floor just get private access for the backyard?
Yeah, because there was these two sliding doors, I thought it'd be a little bit awkward if the downstairs unit was down there, because this is going to be a bedroom.
Yeah.
So what we did is we decided to give upstairs exclusive access to the backyard, but we've also said that the downstairs unit has exclusive access to the front yard, because there's a little patio area in the front as well. So everyone in today's world wants outdoor space. So we said they could put some furniture in the front as well, and if they wanted to lounge out there, the downstairs unit still has outdoor area as well, and then they also have access to the garage.
Okay, perfect, perfect. Because the garage is a double car garage, and it's kind of separate from the units because it's in that shared hallway. So why is it essential to have that outdoor space for each of these units?
So many people are working from home now. There's not a lot of excuses to go outside and have your own private area. So people want to get outside, stretch their legs. It's really nice being able to have access to go outside if you need some fresh air, some sunlight in today's world. We're in a pandemic still, so it's good to have that nice comfort to know you have your own private space.
Yeah, and I think a big part of it is you're differentiating yourself from your competition, which is, for example, an apartment building. There's no, like, they have a balcony, but they don't have real outdoor space. The only rentals with true outdoor space pretty much is a single family home. So if you can incorporate that into a duplex, even though there's two tenants here, they still feel like they're living in a single family home, right? So,
and we really wanted to take advantage of this kind of being a walkout deck as well, right? It's a great space. There's lots of sunlight that comes in through that backyard. And so making sure that, because we do have a split unit downstairs, it just made sense for the way that the property was laid out as well to split it up with the upstairs unit having exclusive access back there, and it adds to the allure of the area that way in this kind of unit.
Awesome. All right, we're now in the entryway for this property. So this is actually where Amrital has created the separate entrances to each unit. Sometimes we buy properties where there's a side entrance and a back entrance into the basement. This property is a little bit different, where the front entry leads right into a landing with a staircase up, staircase down, and access behind you there to the garage. So talk to us about what was required in order to create this, because I know with the city there's some fire separation requirements, and yeah, why don't you talk through what was involved in just creating this space?
There was a lot of brainstorming with Jordan. Of course, he's great when it comes to envisioning the spaces. We were going back and forth between just making this a dedicated entrance for the downstairs unit and having the upstairs unit come in through the back. But I think the space really worked out well, because now it allows both units to come in through the front door, which is already here. The upstairs unit doesn't have to walk around the side of the house.
Yeah, that's always a little bit awkward.
And it's a nice shared space for them as well. It gives me access to have my own closet here. If I ever needed to leave anything, I can leave keys in here and whatnot. But what I really needed to think through when I was looking at this space is, because it's a shared space for the tenants, how do I make their lives as easy as possible? So things like putting in 2 different doorbells, having a smart lock here, having the lights on automatic timers, all the little things that go into the property to make sure that the tenants are enjoying the space and it can be a nice communal place for them to be.
And the very cool part about this setup, in my opinion, is having the access to the garage in a common space. So now you have the choice of giving it to the upstairs, giving it to the basement. Like in the future, if you have some turnovers, maybe you offer it for 150, 200 bucks extra, whoever's willing to pay it, right? It's available to both.
Absolutely.
Based on who wants it.
Sometimes you just get lucky with the layout of the space that you find as well.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. Okay, let's head on into the basement. All right, we are now in this basement apartment, and as you can see here, this basement has a bit of a lower ceiling, so you can see there's only a few inches above Amrital's head, except that Amrital is 6'5".
Yeah.
So if you reach up, this is probably 7 feet under the ductwork, and if you come forward a little bit, take a look at that ceiling. That's got to be like close to 9 feet high. It's
pretty high.
It's crazy for a basement apartment, but this is how you get this like huge spacious feeling. Even in a basement, we got a lot of natural light coming in from big windows. It's just stunning. I'm really happy with how this looks. So talk to us a little bit about the design features, some of the thought process behind how you laid this out.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was originally a basement with just 1 bedroom down here. So like you said, it's a big open space. So we added 1 more bedroom, and we added a window as well for egress requirements.
Egress,
Yep. The fireplace was already there, and it was such a great feature, and it's not something that we have in a lot of basements, so we decided to keep that as a nice feature for the tenants as well. And then this kind of turned into the perfect place for the kitchen to be, with the bedroom already behind it as well. We didn't have to run the plumbing as far through the bathroom as well. So we added new appliances, new kitchen, everything from IKEA up in here. The furnace is also down here, put in new laundry for the downstairs unit as well. And then it was just flooring, paint, removing lots of wallpaper, as I mentioned, and lighting in here.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and we were discussing just a second ago that the entire ceiling in this basement, so when you bought the property, the basement was basically finished. You were able to save all the drywall on the walls, on the ceiling. The city of Welland allowed you to make this basement a legal basement apartment without having to take down the drywall, doing soundproofing or fire rating. They were able to just allow you to keep it in there. Right?
Yeah, that definitely helped a lot. The ceiling heights were already super great when we moved in here as well, so we didn't have to worry about losing any height really, because there was so much when you put in the flooring, and when you add the ceiling in some basements, you lose those few inches, which are super critical.
Yeah, especially under the ductwork, right? Many times you may have a decent ceiling height, but then under the duct, you're starting to duck your head a little bit, especially for people like us, right?
Yeah, I've hit my head enough times that I know, so I can appreciate how tall these ceilings are as well, for sure.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, and this is the basement, so it's rented for $15.50 plus hydro. Very solid rent for a 2-bedroom apartment, right? Yeah, and reasonably quickly as well, because you have both units rented. The project only really finished a couple weeks ago or so. So you've been able to, especially between finishing the construction and getting it leased out, have a very short time gap there to get it fully tenanted, and I guess starting November 1st, the cash flow is going to come in, right?
Yeah, and I think it's also because this is a great part of Welland as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of amenities close by, a lot of great restaurants, the walking distance is great, and just the luck of this basement as well, with the ceiling height so big, it doesn't really feel like you're downstairs. Yeah. That's what's great about these split level bungalows as well. It doesn't feel like you're underground by any means, because there's so much light coming into here naturally, and it's spacious as well.
One of the things I really like about this basement is actually in the living space, you don't have a window to the back of the house, which is where you have the access from the upstairs to the backyard. Right. So many times in a basement like this, you will have these huge windows, but right into the backyard, then there's not really any privacy for the upstairs if they have use of the backyard. So even just the fact that the windows are on the side, on the front, it allows some privacy in the backyard. So it's even better to give that to the upper unit. Right?
Absolutely, and even privacy for the downstairs unit as well.
That's right.
When you're down here and you see people walking around up there, you want your own privacy as well.
Absolutely.
But even in small things, adding curtain rods and curtains, thinking about those things for the tenant as well, to make sure they have a good experience down here is very important.
Awesome, awesome. Super happy how this project turned out. If you're interested, we actually had this project on our last Welland investment tour, and we're gonna have one in the next month. So if you're on our mailing list already, we'll be sharing the details in the next little bit. If you're not, definitely get our free beginner's guide, and then we'll be sharing more details on the next investment tour we have, where we actually showcase projects like this. So if you're interested in getting started, you can get the free guide that gives you the details of what's involved in creating a basement, but you can actually come out to one of our tours to actually see this project in person, kind of see, touch and feel and see what does a legal basement apartment actually look like, because the quality of these rentals are nowhere near what you see when you go to like an apartment building, right? Like we're literally trying to replicate a single family rental in terms of the quality of the apartments we create. We get better tenants and just an overall smoother investment experience on some level. We deal with the renovations, which is a bit tougher, but once you're done that, once you get over those hurdles, you have just a quality property that if you ever want to sell it, there's a lot of demand for it, and your tenants are just that little bit higher quality. They're gonna either take care of it a little bit better. When it turns over, those rents are also gonna go up faster. So really happy how it turned out. Really happy for you how this project came together. And yeah, until next time, all the best.